It's time to make a statement, y'all. We're about to show the world we belong yet again.
He's the one they look to for all kinds of attitude, and he's setting the tone for him once again. We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday night basketball. I'm seeing this one, Lou Aldana.
And guys, Deng has developed into a very good shooter, especially in where they expected to be in the standings at this point. I'd say it was probably higher than where they are right now.
Clutch. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Bulls shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Well, you got to like the free throw shooting from this club all season long.
How they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. You know, the Spurs really have a cohesive culture, and part of that is something that Greg Popovich has been able to...
It's a 5-point game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
You know, on an ordinary night, I think they would have come out on top in that game. That's how well they played, but they just happen to
get to know one another.
That's right, Kevin. He likes to have his players have a sense of perspective about the world. He wants them to know that there are other things going on besides the NBA. In fact, back in 2000, that was definitely a factor in that game as well.
Stolen away. Here's Rose. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break. Right block shot. It's stolen by Rose. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. The shot's good from Clutch. Clutch. It's rebounded by Clutch.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful.
Clutch inside, and he jams it with authority. Well, now they're just going to town on him.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would avoid here.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And Chicago has possession. Manu Ginobili able to get his shot to go. Rose dishes to Garnett. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on 18-point game against the Rockets in Houston.
And how about his defense? 4 steals on the night. He was so aggressive.
Well, I'll tell you what, for the Spurs, he's able to keep all of his players locked into what's best for the team. Has a military background, played basketball and studied at the Air Force Academy before serving 5 years in the Air Force. And you know some of the leadership that he brings to his...
After the miss from Kevin Garnett. It's Ginobili with the drive. That's good. Ginobili's got kicks to right. Pass to Green. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. From the East, one from the West. Would you say there is some conference bragging rights at stake here? I mean, it would seem very obvious to me.
For sure, Kevin. In games like this...
Out to Parker. The dish now to Green. And the layup's good off the glass. Green's it to Clutch. This is to Rose. It's good. And there's a block called in the play. He'll get one free throw.
Boy, beautiful individual play right into the heart of the defense.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio. Gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. It's Ginobili with the drive, and that one's good. Right.
Well, he recognized the...
Parker left side. That ball's nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili.
3 seasons, and he earned himself a nice payday with his new contract, too.
Right. Tips it back in. Wright's got 4 points. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Pendergraft. To the inside. And Parker gets it to go. The assist from Green.
This is their high-powered offense.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you hear?
Hi, Kevin. Clutch in their last time out against the...
What do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game, or has it, you know, like Steve, you begin to take?
Depends on the individual, Kevin. Probably depends on, you know, how he's feeling physically overall. But usually a guy who has a big...
There's something about confidence in this game that really fuels you and energizes you. When you performed well, then you feel like you can do it again.
Ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong, even with defenders hanging all over him. He continues to finish at the basket.
And perhaps the best thing about him, Steve, is the way he takes charge down the stretch of close games. The higher the stakes, the better he plays. I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that.
Outside Butler. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Butler's
Jimmy Butler was the last pick of the first round back in 2011 by the Bulls. And
now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's halftime out in San Antonio with a great one going on there. Glad to have you with us. San Antonio on top against Chicago. They're playing hungry, and why wouldn't they be? They've lost their last 4 games in a row. Tony Parker's dishing it out, and the other team is taking it. He's got 10 points and is also sharing the ball, picking up assists as well. Good overall, also, though, for the Bulls. Active hands is the way you describe their play. Getting a good amount of steals. They're playing up defensively and picking them off. A sensational first half for Clutch. 13 points and is putting out the effort defensively as well, making his presence felt on both ends of the floor. That's it for us here in the studio. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
And here are the Bulls now, looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans. They'll match up against the Pelicans. And their road trip is only getting started as that's the second of 6 for them.
Boy, a lot of fans focused on that matchup for New.
He dishes it to Ginobili. The shot no good. Excellent D there from Garnett. And Pendergraft gets it to go.
That rebound and the foul.
Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Good solid defense on the perimeter there, challenging the shot and not fouling.
even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense.
Here's Parker, and it's San Antonio with another.
One of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Rose against Parker. The feed to Blotch. Working on Pendergraft. The jump hook. Shot's good by Blotch.
For them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
And Parker, here we go. There's Ginobili. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Back to Rose. Drops one in from the wing. Rose has got... Is he starting to fade in your eyes?
Sure, he is, but he's still capable of percentage. 14th in field goal percentage. And he's in the top 15 in points per game. So he's a guy you have to account for defensively.
Steve, you mentioned his top 10 free throw percentage. I mean, it's really a strong...
No good. The amount of Ginobili Clark, as you mentioned, an unconventional driver. Left-hander that throws guys off.
Yeah, it's kind of a herky-jerky type maneuver, but, you know, it's that side step. We call it the Euro step. Might as well be called the Manu step these days. James Harden copied it from Ginobili, but it's so hard to stay in front of him.
KG, that's good.
This game is taking...
He kicks it to Splitter. Clock at 6. Passes it to Mills. Rebounded by Clutch. Clutch has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Now the feed to Garnett. Splitter's there. Outside Rose. From outside the arc. And the shot is good.
The basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
That's like a layup
to finish the play.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Rose passes to Clutch. 6 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. San Antonio with the ball. A 2-point game. They host the Kings after this game, and that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Parker dishes to Splitter. Here's Pendergraft, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Pendergraft's got 4 points in the quarter.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the board.
Here's Rose. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Rose has got 9 points now in just the second half.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's Chicago up 2.
Them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Clutch, he's in. Snell, the dish to Blutch. He's against Splitter. Baseline try. That's good. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. And Garnett's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Clutch, the pass to Rose. Here's Clutch, covered by Parker. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. The kick out to Dang. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And now both of these buckets.
Trailed by 3. It's Ginobili with the drive. Second shot opportunity. And Pendergraft gets it to go.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
Rose kicks over to Watch. That's good.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing.
That shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Garnett the pass to Clutch. He's against Parker. Outside Rose. Rose off the pick from Clutch. Rose, good. And the Bulls lead back to Parker. Elbow shot. That is good. Parker's got 9 points.
Range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
Rose passes to Clutch. Yes, and it's Rose with outside Dang. Kicks it to Garnett. Back to Dang. Gets it to go. Dang's got 4 this quarter.
I tell you what.
Ginobili right side. Down low. Here's Splitter. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Ginobili by 4. Pass to Clutch. Garnett outside. Here's Clutch. Back to Garnett. And he goes in for the dunk. Pass to Green. Mills. The feed to Splitter. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. No one covered. Spurs trail by 3. He kicks to Splitter. Defended by Clutch. The jump hook. Again, the Spurs good for 2. He feeds it to Dang. Working on Green. Fader on the way. And that one goes long.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come.
And a nice job there defensively, just getting a hand up enough to bother the shot.
Yeah, that was very nice, impressive. It made it a much more difficult.
And here's Mills. It's tipped. And now Rose running the floor all by himself. Here's Clutch. And he banks that one home. On defense, the Bulls. 3-point lead. Back to Ginobili. Tipped away. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. Green dishes to Ginobili. Parker fires. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
Here's Clutch. He's covered by Ginobili. Clutch the pass to Garnett. And a foul. Shoot 2 right here.
Checking out the game Kevin Garnett is having. 12 points. What a great game he's having on the boards, too.
Well, whatever he's done, make no mistake, the rebounding has been job number one for him. He's worked harder on the glass than anybody else in this game. Well, a semi-productive trip to the line in the end, but we'll see how costly that miss is.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4.
Makes it a two-possession game.
Parker kicks to Splitter. Buries it. And he has brought them to within 2 points. Oh, Nelly.
Listen to that.
That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
That was huge, guys. Absolutely huge. Yeah, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. San Antonio's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Parker dishes to Ginobili. Fades away. No luck. Excellent D there from Clutch. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And that ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Clutch.
With 5 3-pointers on the night. I think people would agree that played a key role in you guys getting this win. Did they keep calling out plays for you to shoot outside, or did it just kind of happen?
It mostly happened within the regular flow of our offense. We have a lot of plays where it's my job to try to spot up and get an open look. And tonight I had those looks, and I kept on getting the ball. Luckily, I was able to take advantage of it, and we were able to ride that and the team's overall good play to the win.